Good Things Delmarva with Stacy Sakai.
And very good morning, Delmarva. I'm Rob Inderita, and you're watching Good Things Delmarva. Well, it's the beginning of the year, and many of us have put down our New Year's resolutions, and I'm sure if you're like me, one of yours was to get organized. So the question is, how well have you done so far? If you're like me, probably not so good. So here to help us today is an organizational expert. I'm actually joined by Alicia Rockmore, who is the founder of an organizational website, getbuttonedup.com, and you are just an organizing maniac.
That's what they say. Well, I mean,
in a good way.
Yeah, in a good way. Yes, in a very good way. What I'm hoping we can do today is give the viewers some tips about how to get over that inertia in getting organized, so that it's one of the few resolutions that you keep past January 15th or 16th.
Well, and I know, well, let's jump right into it. I know you've got 3 steps, like 3 main hurdles that stand in many people's ways. Why don't you tell us what those are so we can avoid them? Absolutely.
The first one is ditch perfection. So accept the fact you're not going to have color-coordinated closets and perfectly done anything, and embrace that. The second is really live the 80-20 rule. Focus on the most important tasks, the 20%. It'll solve 80% of your problem. And then third, delegate to other people. The more you can take off of your plate and give to somebody else is more stuff that's organized and more free time for you.
Okay, so let the whole family get involved in the help out. Very, very good. Okay, so let's say we've followed your advice, we've gotten those 3 steps, we've hurdled them, we're ready to rock. What are the major areas of concern that people have problems with organizing?
Well, let's start with the most important, which is organizing your most important information and documents. If you think about most people's file cabinets, they're a mess. You can't find anything you need.
Right.
The National Association, the National Association of Professional Organizers estimates that people waste an hour a day searching for information that they know they have but they can't get their hands on.
That's
so
unbelievable.
First and foremost, get a product. One that we happen to make is called a Life Doc, but get a binder and put your most important information in it.
Okay.
Medical, financial, insurance, legal. So in the event of something unexpected happening, you grab one binder, you take it with you, all the information you need is at your fingertips, and you save 2 weeks a year that you can get on and do something else with, which is great.
To actually enjoy life.
Exactly.
Very, very good. Okay, very good. So consolidate all your information in a folder, in a binder. I know you guys have one that you offer. Very good. What's next? What else? What other problems have we run into?
The next one that most people absolutely can't figure out how to get organized is the mail. The mail stacks up somewhere. It's either the kitchen table or it's by the entryway. And by the end of the week, it's one huge pile of which in there is important things and a lot of junk mail.
Not so important things.
You know what? Here's what you do. You pick up 2 very simple things, about $2 or $3 a piece. One is a very simple mail sorter, 3 slots.
Okay, like
one
you
is,
see there.
Exactly. One is for bills, so all the stuff you have to pay. One is for correspondence, letters that have come in or things you need to address. And the third is for follow-ups, whether it's a favorite magazine article you've ripped out or a phone call you need to make. Very simple. Next to it, get a very simple magazine and catalog pile. And like the one you see here, make sure it's not too big so that every week, for a lot of people, it's Sunday night, you go through and you throw away the junk.
That is great. And I'll tell you, I'm sitting here laughing because I'm guilty. I know exactly what you're talking about. I have seen that happen at my house with my mail. Very, very good. Very practical advice. Okay, so we got the mail, and then what else do we have?
The third thing, which is critical, is how to organize the family's calendar. And the easiest thing to do is to get a whiteboard. Buy a whiteboard, give every member of the family a different color, and have them pencil in. If they're over the age of 10, have them pencil in their own schedule. You know what?
That's so great.
What's going on? What needs to get done? And one of the things we like to say, again, it goes back to delegating. If one of your children forgets to put in their birthday party or the soccer date, all you have to do is one time say to them, you know what? It didn't get put in the calendar. Sorry. You're not going to get to go. And you know what? It's a hard lesson, but they'll learn to do it. That's exactly it. And it's one more thing off of mom's plate. So it's great.
That is so great. Now, here's a question. We've got about a minute and a half before we got to go to commercial.
Yep.
Why do you not think, I mean, these things you're telling, they're relatively simple.
Yep.
They're, I could go out today to the dollar store, buy whatever I needed to do this. Why do more people not follow this advice and do it?
We like to call it organizational inertia, which is the whole task of getting organized is so overwhelming that people don't take the time to break it into pieces and break it into the most important stuff. And when you do that, you realize that in somebody's house, if you take care of your most important information, if you take care of the mail clutter, and if you take care of a calendar, you've taken care of most of the problem, the 80%, you're set. You're good to go.
Similar to the story of the man who ate the whale. You do it a bite at a time, right?
Exactly.
You don't sit down and ready to consume it all. You just manageable chunks.
Exactly. Baby steps.
Very, very good. Well, thank you so much. That is sage advice. I'm more excited to head home, get organized a little bit.
Well, good.
And I know you have more. We're going to dedicate a whole nother segment to talking to you. So please stay with us. You as well, please stay with us. Again, you're watching Good Things Delmarva. I'm Rob Inderreeden. My guest is Alicia Rockmore, who is offering wonderful advice on how to get organized. So please stay with us, and we'll be right back.